All right, thank you for staying with us. And it's about the November 16, but earlier I said 21, but I retrieved that. November 16 Guber election in the Sunshine State, Ondo State, where Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa, the incumbent governor, he's on the ballot as well. The former deputy governor of the state, both of them were deputies at some point, but now former deputy of the state, Agbolo Ajayi as well, and other, contendants will be vying for the top seat in Ondo State. And of course, the APC are preparing, the PDP are preparing as a main opposition party, the LP, many of those political parties to see that they emerge victorious. This morning, we have been joined virtually by the Director of Media and Publicity of the ruling All Progressives Congress in Ondo State, Honorable Steve OTALORE. He joins us this morning. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
All right. We just have few days, less than a month, actually, to the election. How prepared is your party? Of course, the incumbent is your party's candidate, but then many persons, many parties are gunning for the same seat, and they are saying, you know what, we are going to take over, that seat in Alagbaka. But then, already, the PDP had his, flag giving ceremony a few days ago. All the party bigwigs were there, and they are saying, Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa, your days are numbered. Please pack up because a new person will be emerging. How about that? How are you taking that? How are you preparing?
Well, every political party will always brag. That's some of the ingredients you expect during an electioneering period. Even relatively unknown parties like NNPP, they tell you the days of the APC are over and they should start packing. We've had such rhetorics in the past and we are used to it. But I can tell you, we are fully on ground. If that election is to be held tomorrow, we're going to win by the special grace of God. We've done everything humanly possible. We're putting all necessary logistics in place. We've just flagged off our 3 senatorial districts, which was good. Starting with that of Ondo Kingdom, we left for Ikare, and we had that of Ore yesterday. Most of these parties, opposition party, are just starting. PDP 2 days ago just held their main rally. That's just the main rally. I wonder at Akure, and some other pockets of other political parties are just as well starting, as I told you. But before we have these 3 senatorial campaign, we've been on ground. We've been mobilizing all our members. We're trying to go one-on-one with people, to go house visiting. That's what we've been doing. And that's the more reason I said, if we are to have this election tomorrow, we are still going to win. So APC, as a political party in Ondo State, is the party to beat in this election. And I'm not bragging about that. I'm just being realistic. If you look what's on ground here in Ondo State, it's as if there are no opposition political parties. With due respect to all of them. The last time I checked, I can't really see any political gladiators, even in the main opposition party, that is the PDP. All of them are in drone. They've moved over to APC. And mainly, not just because we've done anything spectacular as a political party to convince them, but they are looking beyond today.
Yeah.
They foresee a situation whereby we have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is trying to revamp the economy. Hopefully he gets it right. And the present governor, who is a great strategist, has been able to reach out to most of these people. He knows them one-on-one, especially from his senatorial district, the southern senatorial district. They'll be able to move in. The governor is just less than 10 months in office. And all what the former governor have done, he has been able to improve on it. can start mentioning if you have that time. But if he has not done anything,
Mm.
I didn't see any reason why all these political heavyweights in Ondo State will be moving in drones
All right.
to APC.
Mm.
So by and large, we are fully prepared for this election and we are ready to go.
All right, ready to go. You said it. All political parties will say they are ready and they are on ground as well. You dismiss the NNPP that had more than 1 million votes in the last election. You said the PDP, even the main opposition party, it appears that they are non-existent. Fair enough. But, what could have been, what should have been an advantage, which is, that's Governor Loki Aiyedati was 10 months in office because it's the man there. He has advantage of showing them workings. Could also be an handicap because people will judge him. Others don't have that luxury of being judged. Other persons will judge him and say, what has he done for the people? He has been there for almost a year, 10 months. By December, it will be a year. What has he done? What can he show to us that if actually we employ him substantively as the governor, he will do more? These are the issues the people wants to know instead of, sitting pretty on the workings of the late Aketi. He, in his 10 months in office, what has he done? Number two, so that you add it, you talk about the reforms of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration and the center. Honorable OTALORE, many persons will say that might be an albatross because many persons are angry and they are hungry because of these far-reaching hardline policies of the government. So they might say, if the APC are trying to make us to be in hardship at the center, why should we give the APC another chance in Ondo State? Two questions.
Thank you very much. The indicators are there that things are going to get better in Nigeria. And the president is working assiduously towards that.
The people can't see that.
Come again?
I mean, the people cannot see that. They are complaining. They are murmuring. They are angry.
The economists can see. You see, you might not be able to see that physically, translate into something on your table, but the economists will tell you. Even the World Bank is encouraging Nigeria to remain on that reform.
I'm sorry to butt in here, Honorable. The economists didn't vote for President Tinubu. Nigerians did. World Bank didn't vote for him.
I agree with
Nigerians
you.
did.
President Tinubu is not seeking. He's not a candidate on the ballots. He still has.
No, I'm just
3
saying.
years.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay, I am equally saying. You see, we can only judge him in the next election, and before that election, Nigerians will see clearer what this man has been doing in the last 1 year. It will be obvious, and they will have a choice to either vote for him or vote against him. So recently, not too long, the president just announced more than 20 million poor people. There will be a direct funding for more than 20 million people. How much that will be and for how long is something we should look up to. So this president is not the cause of our political economic problem.
Really?
It's just the less than. It's not. It's not. You see, all the three candidates agreed that they will remove oil subsidy. Now they are saying the way and manner they want to remove it is different from the way President Bola Tinubu have done. But the truth is, if you are going to remove something, you will still be removed. So what we are going through is some of the things we normally go through. Some countries
you don't think
worse.
And you don't think this development will injure, hamper the chances of your candidate?
No, not in any way. Not in any way.
Okay.
I hear that he was less than 10 months in office. It's not what is 10 months. He came in December 27. So people could see through the eyes. And this economic situation that they talk, he has been doing everything possible to reduce it in Ondo State. And the indicators are there. You see, he recently announced 73,000 naira as minimum wage. Federal government agreed 70,000 naira. Even though that 70,000 naira is not even binding on the state needs to go to negotiations. But on his own volition, he decided to make it 73,000 naira. It was received with a lot of applause. All workers, they were so happy that the national president of Noge in Nigeria had to come down to Akure to honor this man. You see, I equally say Ondo State is different in the sense that what is happening at the top, everybody could see what this governor has been doing in the last few months he has been in office. And it's the clear pictures are there that he will do better in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education. He recently approved 3.5 billion naira renovation of schools across the states. This has never happened before. He recently approved employment for teachers in the rural areas. This same governor, which I just told you, said it has been the things of the past that workers' salary will be paid either in percentage or will not be paid at all. Ever since he became governor, workers' salary has been faithful with workers' salaries. And arrears, lockjaw arrears that has always been there, he has paid and decided to select the whole thing. He has been giving palliative to people of Ondo State. People could easily see that.
All right, Mr. Otalorue. One would say that the current governor, His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa, was part of the past administration that was the era of delayed salaries, half payment of wages, percentage-based payment salaries. Now, the governor is saying that he is going to move the state from that era to a new era where salaries will be paid promptly. But he cannot actually disassociate himself from what had happened in the past, because he was a number 2 man at a time. And that's one question. Number 2, you said, the governor has been doing this and that, but, some people would not want to take that to heart, or want to take that with a pinch of salt, because he's vying for a position. It's like a man who wants to woo a woman over to become his wife. He will do everything and anything to get her to his side. So a lot of people feel the things His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa, is doing right now, the things he is doing right now, is just to carry the people's favor just for this election. After this election, a lot of people really do not know what to expect from Lucky Aiyedatiwa. How do you react to that?
Well, what is the PDP saying as well? Are they not saying the same thing? Is their governor?
Let's focus on the APC, Mr. Otalorue.
Is the governorship candidate not a product of APC? So, you see, what else will he have done? I told you, he has something to give. He has something to prove that he is going to continue. If Lucky Aiyedatiwa is voted out, Ondo State workers will definitely know that they are not going to take that 73,000 naira. This the man that promised 73,000 naira. What does PDP promise? Why are they not promising anything?
Is the one in government now?
Come again?
His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa is the one in power now, so he should be the one doing the promising.
No. The opposition can as well make some promises. They're not coming up with anything. They had more than 5 hours rally in Akure. Nothing, no policy statement was issued. Nothing was said. They're only making noise that they had a lot of crowd, which we even questioned in the first place. Except the fact that the governor of Oyo State, who came in as their commander, decided to say that the INEC official should be removed.
I was coming to that.
That was the only statement that came out of that rally. But having said that, Lucky Aiyedatiwa we can trust. Lucky Aiyedatiwa is someone who is there right now, who is doing fantastically well. How will people decide not to continue in that trend? Knowing fully well that politician makes promises, empty promises. You can hold on to a man that is on the seat right now, that is making some promises. And those promises, you could see through the line that he is actually walking his talk. So people understand, people will rather want to stay with such a man that we know, a devil that you know, than an angel that you don't. You see, if you are talking of Agbola Ajayi, everybody knows him. We know antecedent. With due respect to him, PDP is not a party we can trust. Some of the things they left undone are the things this present governor is trying to build. They are shouting that he's building state house. They are shouting that he's doing that. They are in power for more than 12 years as a political party. Can they do all those things? You are shouting, they're even shouting that It's a great gift. That's the one they used. The 73,000 naira is a great gift. Probably asking those state workers not to accept. What is greeting? Adding to what we all negotiated at the federal level. You see, let's call it spade. This governor is coming with good intention.
All right, Mr. Otalorre, because we have limited time, let's speak to the allegations by the PDP, especially the one voiced by His Excellency Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, on the alliance of your party, All Progressives Party, with the resident electoral commissioner in Ondo State, Mrs. Toyin Babalola. I'd like to ask you directly, what alliance does your party, APC, have with Mrs. Toyin Babalola, the Ondo Rep?
You just mentioned one person in the entire INEC, as if she's the one that's even going to conduct it. They're still going to send a professor or whatever from one of the university who is going to be in charge. Assuming we even had this alliance as alleged by PDP. What alliance? You're having an alliance with someone, just a particular person who is likely not even going to be at the polling station. They've forgotten that elections will be counted at every various polling stations.
That one person, Mr. Otalorre, is a highly placed individual in INEC.
No,
she has the influence.
I'm trying to make a point here.
You cannot just shove that aside, being just one person that has influence.
It's an allegation, for God's sake. For how long can we continue to defend our positions? We issue a press statement to that effect. How long can we continue to? You see, don't take everything politicians say, especially during the election period. Which alliance? Alliance for what? The whole focus of the whole entire nation will be on Ondo State. When we were individuals, we even saw when the last Edo State election, when the governor went went to the INEC office around 2 a.m. We all know what happened. That is a sitting governor for saying, what will he have done? Nothing. This is not just possible. We don't know the man. We don't know whoever you are talking to. They are mentioning. We don't even know him in person. And we just got to know that she's a woman. All we thought was he's a man that is in charge. No, we don't need such person to win this election. You are saying all these things because you are not in Ondo State. Assuming you are in Ondo State, you are on ground. You see what is here. PDP is virtually nowhere. With due respect to all of them, as I speak, a lot of their members are still coming. You win election by structure. That is the fact. If you don't have that structure, it's not likely you win any election. Most of their structure has been collapsed to APC. We just had one of the biggest individuals that owns a structure in Ondo State. That's the former governor of Ondo State, Mimiko. All his members are now with us. All his entire structure are now with us. These are those small means when it comes to winning elections. PDP are only crying wolf. That's the truth. And a lot of you will sympathize with them.
All right. All right.
That's the truth.
Yes. Because of time, I have 2 questions. And number one is this. This is more of, many persons say, battle of former 2 deputy governors who worked with the highly revered late Aketi at some point. And so it leads me to the question, they've worked with the Aketis. At some point, the emergence of Aiyedatiwa was quite raucous, chaotic, because we learned many of the cabinet members were not supporting him. We spoke to you on this program at that time. And then what happened. God bless his soul. Aketi passed on. How important or how connected is Governor Aiyedatiwa with the Aketis family? Because many persons say we've not really been hearing much from, the widow or former Aketi, that's the matriarch of that family, Mrs. Betty Aketi, the son who was in power at some point. What support is your principal, getting from the Aketis family? Because for PDP candidate, for APC candidate, this is a family. They have been together before.
Okay, that's the second. Before I answer that, let me answer the second leg of the lady question when she asked about is Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa not part of that team, that part of Aketi team? Yes, technically he is. He was then. But the truth is, we all know what happened. He only became deputy governor when during Aketi's second term. And the larger part of that term, there are a lot of wranglings here and there. So more or less, he wasn't on ground. He's not aware of what was going on. That's the truth. It's a fact. We can't deny the fact. As a political party, we have to be open with this. Some certain things. It's unfortunate what happens then, but thank God we've gone beyond that. So it was more or less not part of that administration. That's a fact. So that's the more reason when he became governor, he immediately dissolved that cabinet. He has to start afresh. So when people were saying he was part of that last administration, they equally knew that wasn't part. It wasn't up to 9 months.
Officially, it was part. Officially, it was part.
Yes, technically it was part, but it wasn't part. We all knew what happened then. You are aware, you're a journalist, you know what happened in Ondo State. Yep. The whole place was boiling politically, heating up. He wasn't even coming he has to start running for his own, to retain his own office from one court to the other. That was what happens then. Now come to your question. You see, you win election by structure. Structure means people that you have. Aketi's structure is very huge, well established in our area. And as I speak, the entire structure is still within APC. We've done a lot of reconciliation, that we have to bring everybody on board. Thank God we succeeded in that. For the late, widow? For the widow, we're doing everything possible. And watch it, before we get to our local government, or we make our grand finale campaign here in Akure, he will be part of us. He's likely to join us.
But why do
as
you
a political party?
But why do you think? Why do you think she has stayed away and she's not supporting at this moment? Because you have talked about the structure of Aketi is bigger than the family thing, but the family is what Ondo State people. In fact, people in the Southwest are saying, how come it appears Governor Aiyedatiwa and the campaign structure has jettisoned, the Aketis?
No, that's not true. If the Aiyedatiwa structure jettisoned Aketi, which I can say is not true, the party would never. You see, we recently commissioned.
Well, she has not been with you.
No, listen, we recently commissioned our party headquarters here in Elisha Road, Akure, one of the most beautiful structures you can ever think of. If you're getting in, you thought you are entering the headquarters of an oil company. It was named after him. Ondo House. It was named after him.
All right.
Recently, not up to 2 months. So why would you jettison such a man? His legacy is too huge to jettison.
All right.
Is it Aketi till today? People still speak about it. There are so many of his followers are hard-die followers. Lots of them. It's not easy. Within how many months we jettison such person? It's only because this present governor will probably build his own legacy. And it's unfortunate. That's how
as we round off, Honorable OTALORE, anytime I bring up the question of the family, the widow, you deflect it to the structure. I'm talking about the widow, Mrs. Betty. She hasn't been with you people. What is happening? I'm not talking about Aketi structure.
Listen to me. I'm the director of media and publicity of APC.
All right.
I have to speak on behalf of the party.
Yes.
You see, when you want to individualize it, maybe this question looks more personal. I might not be in a position to tell you what is happening one-on-one between him and the governor, or one-on-one between him and other individuals. But as a political party, I can assure you we are with her. We are giving her every support. Aketi just had his birthday. We were all there.
Yeah.
1 year anniversary of the day. We were all there. 1 year anniversary during his birthday on June. Everyone moved down to Ibadan. It was held at Ibadan. The wife was there. Everybody. We embraced each other. As a political party, we can never forget the man called Aketi. That's the more reason we named our secretariat after him.
All right.
What about his son, Baba Jide, if I'm right, Akeredolu? Is he part of the structure you have? Is it with the APC?
Well, he has no option. He's not a politician. The father brought him in to do some technical jobs, which he has done very well.
Yeah.
You see, if he's a politician, I can assure you he will remain with us. But he's not a politician. The young man is not a politician. Presently, he's not in government, and I'm sure if he wanted to be in government, probably because the nature of his job is so technical and so important that this administration will have continued with it.
All right.
For them not to have continued,
all right,
he must have indicated his intention.
Mr. OTALORE, we have to let you go at this point, but one last question for you. You kept talking about structure. You've mentioned that the APC, as a party, has been able to bring in the Aketi structure, and that has been institutionalized in the APC. And also, you mentioned the Olusegun Mimiko's former Ondo State governor structure, that you have all of the structure with you in the APC. The last time I checked, I think the younger brother of the former governor is also on the ballot on the ZLP, Zenith Labour Party platform, or has that changed? If you have the structure of his elder brother, then
his younger brother is contesting under a different platform. Yes. I can't even remember the platform right now. Doesn't mean he has to support it. You see, there are some people.
So you're saying that former Governor Olusegun Mimiko is not supporting his brother to become the governor of Ondo State?
Supporting him, he will have contested under PDP. That's what I'm saying.
So is he supporting
his brother or not? Mr. OTALORE,
how will you support your brother if you are not in the same political party? How will you support him? The best you could do is just
Honorable, let me ask categorically, is Olusegun Mimiko supporting Lucky Aiyedatiwa?
That would be fantastic if he does.
Obviously he's not.
He's not with us.
So
if he's supporting us, we will be more than happy. But his entire structure, not one left, his entire structure in Ondo State has been collapsed to APC. So you only have a single Olusegun Mimiko, who is going to deliver his vote probably for PDP. Only his vote and guarantee that of his wife.
Interesting.
So, but the entire structure, the entire people, they are with us.
All right. We have to go.
Win election by numbers, isn't it?
Yes, we have to go at this time, Mr. OTALORE. Mr. Steve OTALORE, Ondo APC Director of Media and Publicity, thank you for honoring our invitation, coming on our show, and shedding light to some of these issues on the forthcoming Ondo gubernatorial election. Thank you for your time, and we wish the people
always
of Ondo
reach out to you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, that's, of course, is the first leg of the conversation with the APC, and it will be good to actually balance issues, and that's where I would be speaking to a stakeholder in the People's Democratic Party in Ondo State. This election is coming forth on the 16th of November. Tensions are rising, statements and counter-statements already been released, and the people are ready with their cards and their thumbs to vote who they think is the best man for the seat, Ondo governorship seat, come November 16th. We'll take this break. When we return, we'll speak to the PDP stakeholder. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.